All of you watching this video might actually already be aware of the fact that after oxygen, water is the single most important thing for human survival. Despite being such an important resource, drinking water is practically available for free. Ugh, almost. I can vouch for the fact that even while watching this, a clean glass of water is only a few feet away from you. But this is set to change, not very far in the future. In spite of more than 70% of Earth being covered in water, around 97% of it is found in oceans, meaning it's too salty to drink or grow crops, hence useless. That's the same with the men on these dating apps. 97% is useless. Prove me wrong. So only 3% of the Earth's water is fresh water, out of which a majority, that's 2.5%, is locked up in glaciers, polar ice caps, or really deep underground. With global demand set to increase by over 50% by 2050, the United Nations World Water Development Report states that almost 6 billion people are likely to live in areas with water shortage by then. This is what 2050 may look like in Mumbai. भैया एक सिप पानी. Thank you. अच्छा, so 15 lakhs मेरे मम्मी के कंगन और मेरे नए घर की चाबी चलेगा, right? Considering all these factors, although water is not treated as a commodity like gold or oil, it should be. Many investors have started investing in water stocks and ETFs, which I'm going to explain in the later part of the video. According to a Trucost report, more than half of the profit in the world's biggest companies would be at risk if water was priced to reflect its true value. Strange as it may sound, water can be a good source of portfolio diversification. The Christian Bale movie, The Big Short, ends with a quote. The small investing he still does is all focused on one commodity, water. And Batman never lies. Now let's talk about you as an investor. How can you invest in water? Just like Sensex and Nifty 50, there are some indices which have been designed to track various water-related investment opportunities. The Dow Jones US Water Index, which is composed of approximately 29 stocks of companies that are affiliated with the water business and have a minimum market capitalization of $150 million. The ISE BNS Water Index, which contains over 30 stocks and represents water distribution, water filtration, flow technology, and other companies that specialize in water-related solutions. The S&P 1500 Water Utilities Index, which comprises just two companies, American States Water and Aqua America, and is a subsector of the Standard & Poor's 1500 Utilities Index. The S&P Global Water Index is an 11-year-old index which is composed of 50 global companies. These companies have operations in majorly two sectors, utilities and infrastructure and materials and equipment. Besides these, there are also a variety of utility indices that include some water stocks. The Bloomberg World Water Index and the MSCI World Water Index gives investors a take on the water industry from an international perspective. Any individual looking to invest can start their search from any of these indices. These indices will provide you with a platform for investing and will open up different avenues in the market. So next time someone asks you, why are you not investing in gold? Just sing this. पानी दा value देख के मैंने investments शुरू कर दिए. Utility companies. You can invest in utility companies that provide public water to communities as well as companies that provide infrastructure for utilities. Technology firms. Many businesses are pioneering technology with water, such as purification systems, innovative bottling techniques, lots of stuff. Beverage companies. Beverage companies like PepsiCo INC offer brands of bottled water for public consumption, such as Aquafina, Bisleri, etc. Waste prevention companies. Preventing unnecessary waste and increasing efficiency is a major issue. Companies that are producing products like high efficiency toilets, low flow shower heads, they're all in this category. If you decide to invest in individual water stocks, you would have to opt for individual companies. Considering the volatility of the stock market, this approach is a good option for those who have a high risk appetite and can afford to ride out market fluctuations. मतलब एकदम daring होना मांगता है boss. लेकिन डरने का नहीं, रिस्क तो अपन प्यार में भी लेता है, राइट? The Indian market offers quite a few investment opportunities in water. Ion Exchange Limited in India is a company which is primarily engaged in water and environment management. It operates not only in India but countries in Africa too. The products offered by it include ion exchange resins, water treatment plants, and chemical additives. This stock has given more than 200% returns in just the last year. Avanti Feeds Limited is not exactly in the water business as they classify themselves in the aquaculture sector. But having said that, as the name aqua suggests, this industry is heavily dependent on water. This company manufactures things like fish seeds, prawn seeds, shrimp feed, and processed shrimp. With a 3-year return on equity of 23.04%, investing in this company might be an option to look out for. Thermax. Thermax is a renowned company which is also not exactly in the water business, but a part of their environmental and waste management business does operate in the water sector. According to their annual report, their water and waste management sector carries out the following activities: water treatment solutions, wastewater treatment solutions, wastewater incineration, zero liquid discharge, and desalination plants. Thermax has been maintaining a healthy dividend payout of 33.16%. Triveni Engineering and Industries Limited is another company which is not completely in the water sector. Triveni is one of India's largest integrated sugar manufacturers and is a market leader in its engineering businesses, encompassing high-speed gears, gearboxes, water and wastewater treatment solutions. They have generated revenues close to 175 crores from this sector. VA Tech Wabag is a leader in the Indian water sector. The company's principal activities include supply, design, construction, installation, and operational management of drinking water. They provide similar services in the wastewater treatment, industrial water treatment, and desalination plant sectors as well. Let's move on to some other options. As all of you know, even though investing in individual stocks can help you get greater returns, that potential is offset by greater levels of risk. Reality is the stock market can be quite volatile, so you can see significant gains and losses by investing in individual stocks. ETFs, or an exchange traded fund, tends to be a safer investment choice. With a broader range of investments, there's less risk of a single company tanking your investment. An ETF may be made up of dozens or even hundreds of different investment types, thus diversifying your portfolio. Considering the fact that you're even watching this video, I am sure all of you understand the importance of diversification in your stock portfolio. ETFs might be a good option for all of you who are risk averse. Some of the major water ETFs include Invesco Global Water Portfolio. This ETF is based on the Nasdaq OMX US Water Index and the First True ISE Water Index Fund. First Trust ISE Water Index. This fund is a multi-cap ETF that invests in a blend of value and growth stocks. Their top 3 holdings include Agilent Technologies Inc., a maker of analytical instruments, Danaher Corp, a designer and service provider of medical, professional, industrial and commercial products, and Pentair PLC, a water treatment company incorporated in Ireland. Invesco S&P Global Water Index. This is a multi-cap blended fund that tracks the S&P Global Water Index. The index comprises a portfolio of companies from developed markets representing water utilities, infrastructure, equipment, instruments, and materials. Tortoise Global Water ESG Fund. It's based on the Tortoise Global Water ESG Index and provides access to companies which are engaged in water infrastructure, management, treatment, and appear poised to benefit from the expected and much needed investment in rebuilding existing and constructing new infrastructure for better management of this essential asset. Like any other investment option, there are some questions which you have to ask yourself before investing. Number 1. Quantum of investment. Do you want to invest a lump sum amount straight away or build your investment gradually? Number 2. Your risk appetite. Are you an individual who likes playing it risky, or are you someone who likes to play a safer game? Nothing wrong with either. Number 3, what kind of investor are you? Are you a growth investor or a value investor? Meaning, do you invest in a company after going through all of its financial history, or do you want to take the plunge when the tide is high and just wait to see where it takes you? Number 4, duration. Are you in it for the long term or the short term? This was it from us for this video, folks. If you have any queries, feel free to ask us in the comments below. You can also mail or WhatsApp us on the details mentioned in the video description. Thank you for watching. Until next time, happy winting!